Following the launch of the report, the country is now gearing up for the task that lays ahead in its implementation. And today, the President announced that the Haji-led team had been handed an extension of its mandate. The statement sent out to newsrooms early morning on Thursday states the task force will therefore steer the next phase of the process, which will largely involve expanding and guiding public participation and structuring recommendations by Kenyans into implementable action plans. A move which political analysts say was inevitable.
You looked at the report, you realized it needed a way for it to move forward. Now, the thing is, if we leave it to parliamentarians, then the only thing these parliamentarians will do is talk about 2022 and turn it into a 2022 document. We wanted it to be a people-driven document, and for it to be people-driven, you need a task force.
The statement telling of the central role that the team is supposed to play in the implementation of the report.
After they go back and refine the views and actually get how Kenyans feel about the various issues and then come up with an implementation schedule.
Questions, however, now abound regarding the future of the committee of experts. Will the task force operate in place of a committee, or will the members form part of the committee?
There are two ways to pick up the members of the committee of experts. One, use the task force members themselves to choose it, which would then make it a more vibrant thing. Or go back to Raila and Uhuru and ask them to choose it, which is not something I would ask them to do, because then again it would look like it's a two-politician thing.
Earlier this month, members of the task force had urged the President to include them in the committee, arguing that as midwives of the report, they could not be excluded.
When it goes back to the people, then we will be told of the role that we are going to play. Because about to make midwives, then we are not going to be far away from this baby.
According to BBI Joint Secretary Paul Mwangi, who spoke to us on phone, the mandate of the team would only be outlined in a Gazette notice, which is yet to be released. And although the initiative is not time-bound, political observers note that sooner than later is better if it's to serve its purpose.
You know, if you're going to a referenda, do it in 2020. If there's no referenda, whatever changes need to happen, let it be done in 2020. So we have 2021 and part of 2022 to reap the fruit. And then now what will happen is what we really want to impact is the elections of 2022, not in terms of the candidates and who wins, but in terms of how Kenyans vote in a peaceful manner.
The draft report unveiled 2 weeks ago at the Bomas recommends a non-executive prime minister as leader of government business in the National Assembly, with the positions of president and deputy president retained in their current form. Rose Gakwo, K24 Evening Edition.